You have the collaborative support of the real pros who can guide the actors and guide everything. So we know that it looks real, it looks legit. And Wayne was one of our great indisputable collaborators on this film.
Does the name Wayne Ferguson ring a bell?
Does it ever? Wayne Ferguson,
Yeah.
Canada's
Oh my
national
God,
tuner.
yes. The surname threw me, but
Wayne.
Wayne.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I just know him as Wayne. And then I got a text, and he's like, hey, I'm working with so-and-so. And I'm like, what? Wayne,
Yeah.
that's so cool. For me, I have this thing I live by. It's called effort versus excuses.
Wow.
And
Effort versus excuses.
yeah,
Go
and,
on.
and it can also be effort is greater than excuses because it's just about, sometimes you just got to try. My old Jamaican mom would say, nothing tried, nothing done, right? So you have to try in order to get it done.
Yeah.
But I just really appreciated you guys reaching out to someone like Wayne and making sure that you got the tuner part correct. Tell me who came up with that idea, why was it important, all that. Like, tell me about that.
Well, when you're making a movie about a very specific niche world,
Yeah.
you want it to feel real. You want it to be grounded in reality. This is not a world I knew. I don't even play piano, let alone know how to fix one or tune one up.
Right.
And so it's really important that you have the collaborative support of the real pros who can guide the actors and guide everything. So we know that it looks real, it looks legit. And Wayne was one of our great indisputable collaborators on this film. He is like Canada's national tuner.
Yep.
Lovely guy. He's a quirky piano tuner.
Yes.
He parks his car in the most inconvenient places, which drove the crew nuts. But he's
allowed.
He just had the charm. He was just Wayne, so he kind of like got away with it.
He's got everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually know him through my good friend 40. So he would come to the house and tune up the Borzendorfer there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, so tell me about working together. I mean, obviously, like your story throughout and maybe because you're working with a guy that's a director that's typically known for doing documentaries, but I just felt like the way these characters were developed, you just rooted for them, you loved them, you felt everything that they felt. Yeah, no, great job.
Sorry.
Let's get to you first. Like, let's talk about working on this story.
I mean, it was a very, very special project for me. I believed in it the second I read it, and you know, we're very lucky to do what we do, but it's still sometimes a rarity that they call them passion projects, and this one was such a passion project for me. I loved it the second I read it, and then I met Daniel on Zoom, and we had the same vision for it, and I just, you know, I believed in it, wholeheartedly, and doing it was so much fun, and I learned so much in getting to collaborate with Daniel and Havana, and obviously Dustin. You know, I'll remember it forever.
Talk to me about your character, because I feel like you were challenged with. You had your ambitions, but there's forgiveness, there's anger, there's a lot. And you did a great job of making me go along with the whole ride. So talk to me a bit about your character's journey.
Ruthie is ambitious, and I think there was a real ambition I needed to find in preparing for the role, because there was a lot of preparation around specifically her craft and having to do so much piano prep. That I think I've had to tap into her inherently through having to practice like 4 hours a day in order to make it all work. And I think that it sort of naturally through the process of working with Daniel and Leo and everyone else involved, all of the sort of chemistry between all of us, I think, built up the characters a lot as is. It felt like one of those things, there's like a little bit of a lucky star attached to it, because all the improv, all of the flow and chemistry and places that the characters needed to go felt developed really collaboratively. And I think that is part of what you're saying about Daniel being a documentarian, is he leaves a lot of space for that truth to grow. And so I think there was a lot of work that I think happened with my character, but also through their development as well, like conversations we had on the day about the scene or things like that helped sort of make her blossom more.
I'm going to go back to you, Leo, for a second, just because you played this brilliant mathematician in Prime Target. Now you're another piano prodigy, musical genius.
I keep getting cast as geniuses.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, is there something that draws you to being a genius?
I think the world should pay attention to this.
Yeah. And Daniel, is he a genius?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's not a math genius.
No, we won't give him the
much.
mathematician. He's not a mathlete.
He's a dramatic genius. This guy is one of the great actors of his generation. There's no doubt about it. Both Havana and Leo are, and working with Leo and watching Leo work was my own drama school, because I had never worked with actors before. It was like a real mystery to me how this whole thing works, and just seeing an actor like Leo effortlessly step up, hit his mark, and the camera hits their mark, and it just all works. And it's like, oh, this is incredible. This is like what it's like working with De Niro, working with Pacino, or working with like a Dustin Hoffman. It's true. It's true. It's true.
I never hit my mark.
I know it's hard to hear something like that, but he's not making it up.
No, I'm not. Absolutely not. He's one of the greats.
Yeah.
Big time.